Hey everyone, Mark with RamRebelMods.com. Today we're going to do a review on the Go Rhino Sport Bar 2.0. So this is my favorite mod that I have on my truck, and we're going to go over the Sports Bar 2.0 as well as the actuator that you can purchase to go with it. So this sports bar took me 2 to 3 hours to put together by myself. I definitely recommend if you can get an extra set of hands to help you do that, because it is kind of difficult to put together. I've had it for 6 months or so, maybe a little more, 6-7 months, and it's held up really well. I don't have any complaints as far as wear goes. I don't have any complaints about fitment or anything like that. It is difficult to put together, and it's definitely difficult to put together by yourself. Definitely get an extra pair of hands. One thing I can recommend though, when you're putting it together, leave everything loose before you mount it, okay? And then, especially when you put these screens on, these outside screens, leave everything loose. They'll go on much easier. I had a tough time with those screens after I had it put together. I had help mounting it on the back of the Rebel here. It was that part was fairly easy. What I did do though, if you can see here, I used stainless steel hardware, of course. But what I did, let me get on this side, maybe you can see better. See the holes on the inside, they don't really match up well with the Rebel. There's like a lip underneath, or an indentation underneath this lip down here, and you can mount it here, but since I wasn't going to put a tonneau cover on mine, I drilled an extra set of holes inside of the pre-drilled holes. Now the pre-drilled holes come with countersunk hardware, so you can put a tonneau cover on it if you wanted to. But I drilled just a couple holes on the inside of where the pre-drilled holes were, and just mounted it with 4 bolts, 2 on each side. That was fairly simple to do. You're gonna have to drill holes through your bed rails anyway, so that's what I chose to do. And as far as the actuator goes, this is the actuator, and it comes with all the hardware to mount it to the sports bar. And I purchased the sports bar on Amazon. I was able to catch it for about $630 on Amazon. I've seen it as low as $560 on Amazon. So you just have to kind of keep checking back. The price fluctuates for some reason. I don't know why, but it does fluctuate. So you just have to catch it. Now I bought the actuator. They didn't have it on Amazon, so I bought the actuator on Car ID. And so, along with the mounting brackets for the lights. Now, you can mount just with the sports bar. There's a cover that comes on top of it. If you don't have the actuator, there's a cover obviously that comes on top of it, and you can mount just about any type of light you want, whether it be a bar or the individual lights like I have. I chose the smaller lights just because I heard other people that had the light bars had a whistling problem with the light bars, so I chose to go with the individual 4-inch. These are 4-inch aux beam spotlights. I have 6 of those, and then I have 2 4-inch aux beam floods on the corners. So I chose to go with these. Go Rhino, if you watch their video, they have the Rigid Industries 6-inch cube lights. They look better, but they are expensive for sure. So what I did is I bought the brackets, and then I bought some stainless steel hardware, and I shimmed them up a little bit because I wanted to make sure that I can get the light over the cab of the truck. So by shimming this up, this is about 3/4 inch to an inch that I shimmed them with these. Just use these stainless steel washers. I got them up high enough where the light from these pods pick up just about where my normal low beam lights are. So they pick up right there, so it works out really well. So I purchased these, like I said, the mounting brackets separately, and then I purchased my own mounting hardware. The brackets do come with mounting hardware, but I purchased my own. I want stainless steel. And the only complaint I have, I really like these aux beam lights. The only complaint I have, as you can see, their bolting is rusting. So I got two different kinds of spots. I originally ordered, I can't remember, I ordered 4 at first and decided I needed some more. So these are slightly, they're both 4-inch spots, but these have the upgraded hardware. So this is stainless steel right here, but still, even their other hardware that comes with them is rusting a little bit right here. So I'm probably gonna have to replace those eventually. But anyway, otherwise I'm happy with the aux beams. They throw a bunch of light. And this comes with all the wiring that you're going to need to wire your lights and your actuator. And so what I did is I piggybacked all these lights together. I piggybacked all the lights together and connected them to the wire that came with the actuator. So there's a hole, if you can see right there, there's a hole that runs down this pipe right here and out the bottom right here. And so I ran it down the pipe and behind the cab, and then I ran it underneath the truck, tie wrapped it underneath the truck. Just get you a side shot of it right real quick. So I ran it underneath the truck. Excuse the dirtiness of my truck. I took it out for Thanksgiving and haven't got a chance to do it. Anyway, ran underneath the truck up to the battery. So you're hooking the positive side and the negative side, the battery. And what I did was, if you can see right there, right on the other side of the firewall right here, this is a plastic piece with foam on the inside, plastic on the outside. I just drilled through that, and it comes out right underneath, slightly behind the dash. Perfect place to run your wires through. So that's what I did to the switches inside, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So this is real easy to do, really easy to wire. So if you run them inside, I've seen people mount switches in this area, or even on this area, the side of the console, or even up here where I have the pedal commander, which I don't have installed at the moment. but what I did was mounted my switches right here on the center console. Now the center console was real easy to take off. If you just take this bottom portion off, you see that brass screw right there, you just take that out, and the rest of it just clips in. So this comes right out. I just took it out and used a Dremel tool to Dremel out the switches. So I have a 3-way switch here, which came with the actuator. So this raises it up and down. And then I purchased this on my own. I think it's a McTuning switch and another wire harness, because I have a 22-inch aux beam light bar in the front. So this turns on both. So it was really easy to install. I just traced out the pattern and then Dremeled it out. Put them in, easy peasy. Of course, let's see. I'll run them down so you can see them actuate real quick. It's kind of tough since I'm doing this by myself. But you see the lights actuate down. That's crappy. There. I'll actuate them back up. Coolest thing since sliced bread. People love it. I'll put all the hardware, all the stuff that I put or used for this install, I'll put them down in the comments. So if you want to order it, you can. Again, this is my favorite mod for sure. I just think it sets off the truck. Thanks for watching this video. I know this one's a little long, but I wanted to make sure I explained everything to you to my best ability. We'll talk to you later. Have a good day.